Shanti Namaha.
Shanti Shanti Namaha. Shanti Shanti Namaha.
Shanti Shakti Namaha. Shanti Shakti Namaha.
Shanti Shanti Namaha. Shanti Shanti Namaha.
Shanti Shakti Namaha. Shanti the story of Helen Keller's life. If you've not read about her or seen the films, you need to. She was an amazing person. From the earliest times in her childhood, she was blind and deaf, and people were ready to give up on her. But she had the good fortune of having a teacher who herself was physically impaired in some ways, and this young teacher, Annie Sullivan, began a process whereby she taught Helen Keller as a child how to see without seeing, how to hear without being able to hear, how to feel and enter the world in trust, basically, because she had lived her life prior to that in fear and anger. That was how she lived. That was her world. And she was spoiled rotten, basically, as a child. But as she began to live her life as a young girl, it was in fear and in anger that she lived. Anne Sullivan came into her life, and if you want to see it, there's a lovely film adaptation with, this is revealing my age, but Patty Duke. Anybody remember that name? Yes, he's too old. Anne Bancroft? No, okay, yeah. Hopeless. How about The Graduate? Ever seen the movie called The Graduate? Michael has, okay. Anne Bancroft played the woman who seduced Dustin Hoffman. Okay, so anyway, that was when she was older. Anyway, the story is relevant, I think, for many reasons. Because in one way or another, all of us need to develop trust. Deeper and deeper levels of trust. And let go more and more fear and anger, just like Helen Keller did eventually. Took a long time, but she did. So we just sang a song in Sanskrit. Now, you two are new here, and I don't believe we sang that song before when you were here, did we? No, okay. It's in Sanskrit, and it's singing to, in the land of India, what would be the divinities there. Yeah? Shiva, Shakti, Shanti, Shakti. And in 2010, I was introduced to India, happened to be there, and it's the best way to be introduced to a country. You're going to Japan soon, so I expect to hear all good things about your trip there. You're learning. But what I learned in India was that my little box of Christianity wasn't very big. And that while I thought I knew stuff, right, I entered the land of ancient faith, well before Christianity, well before Judaism, was this faith in India, in what we could call God. And it started with some people who wandered into a forest. They were called rishis. And they wandered into the forest and stayed there for a long time. And while they were there, they learned to trust, to listen, and they let go of a lot of their fear and their anger. When they came out, they were singing. I mean, talk about a wild time. What happened in the forest? You know? They were singing, and what they sang became the sacred scriptures of Hindu faith, the Vedas. Not Darth Vader, but the Vedas. Sorry. And it was the foundation of their faith for thousands of years, up until this present moment. That's the story of how Hinduism got started. It's a beautiful story. So when I was there in 2010, I knelt down in the hut of a dear person by the name of B. Griffiths, who founded an ashram, or community, in India, and he had died some years before, but his hut was still available. So there was kneeling down in his hut, and members of the ashram gathered around, and they administered some vows to me. And I accepted these vows, these commitments, these promises, that I would carry the charism of their community back into my life. It was a beautiful ceremony, and Barb, you did the same thing, didn't you?
I didn't do that ceremony. I don't think we even were aware of it.
Okay. Well, it was a beautiful ceremony, and but what it meant was that my little box in which I lived of fear and anger, 'cause those are the two things that drive us, basically. Fear and anger. We get hurt, we become afraid, we get angry, we hurt somebody else. I had to let them go in a deeper way than what I did before. It's always a lifelong thing, by the way. You never let go completely. But you let go significantly, and that's the point. Enough so you're not going to be an asshole in the community. Basically, that's it. That was part of the vows, basically. Thou shalt not be an asshole in community. Just kidding. Point being that the little Christian box I was in was now busted open. And what I began to see was God in God's feminine form. She's quite lovely, actually. And the feminine face of God is beautiful. It's something that is not taught very often, if at all, in the Christian tradition. So, if you want to get a hold of God, you got to grab something by its tail, and it's going to come around and bite you. And that's good, because you need that. Because if you think you got a hold of God and you grasp God, you're all wrong, basically. There's no such thing as grasping God. God's too big. So the box exploded, and I began to see that the divine was much bigger, much broader, much deeper, much more beyond my little comprehensive mind than I could ever fathom. And a big part of that was the feminine. And I say that because I was having a conversation today with somebody, and they were saying, when will Christianity ever wake up to the reality of the feminine, to the beauty and dignity of the feminine? And I didn't have an answer. I couldn't say. But this was somebody who was asking a genuine question. Because Christianity has been male-dominated ever since the beginning. And so the question is spot on. We sang the song in Sanskrit in part to invite us to open up to a bigger reality, a presence of the divine that is much bigger than our minds can comprehend. Every time I sing that song, something happens. Can't explain it. But I give myself and I entrust myself, my life, to the divine in her feminine form, her feminine face, her feminine heart. And you know what? It feels really good. I don't often say that, but it's true. And maybe just because I've devoted my life as a celibate, that surrendering yourself to the feminine feels really good. You know? Sorry, Isaac. You're old enough to hear that shit. Yeah. Okay. What I'm trying to say is this, that when we sing in Sanskrit, it's an invitation to trust and open and surrender to the divine that's much bigger than we imagine. That's so much bigger. That is just waiting for us to open our eyes and see. That's why we sang in Sanskrit. Does that make any sense to anybody? Mm-hmm. I hope so. Any thoughts, any questions?
If I could say something a little personal, I feel like the religion, I don't know what religion I belong to, but the spiritual path I followed for a long time has been like Shaktism.
Ah. Could you explain to us what that is?
Probably not well,
So
but
do it not well.
it's like, well, Shakti being
Yeah.
the female counterpart of Shiva.
Yeah.
Specifically, goddess. It's goddess related, but I think I don't really do it in that form anymore, but I still have something similar. But for me, it's maybe the opposite of most people's, but I think opening up to the masculine divine has actually been a larger journey in my life.
Mhm.
And I really think that you're right. If you try to grasp God, even from that angle, it turns around and bites you, and
Hmm.
you're realizing there's a whole lot more.
Yeah.
You're probably just seeing. You can think it's big, but then it's even bigger.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it, isn't it? We think it's big, but it's even bigger. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
I was introduced to singing in Sanskrit because I went to kirtans, because I knew musicians, and after the first kirtan, it was just so much fun. I wanted to keep doing it. There is something that comes through the Sanskrit for me that I can't articulate it, but it is a kind of a feeling of opening, of just, I feel like infinity maybe, just no boundaries. There's a really interesting feeling, and so I enjoy participating in that and listening to the stories, and I still can't remember who's who.
So we'll close with another Sanskrit. The words to this one are Jaya Jaya, which basically means hoo-ha, hoo-ha, praise, delight. Isn't it cool? Wonderful. Jaya Jaya, Amma. Amma meaning the feminine face of God, or mother. And then we flip it around playfully, and we say, Jaya Jaya Amma, Amma Jaya Jaya. Would you say that with me, please? Jaya Jaya Amma, Amma Jaya Jaya. And then we'll sing a phrase at some point that Gandhi loved. And Gandhi's favorite phrase was, see if I can remember it now, Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Would you say that? Sat Chit Ananda. And basically it means that as we grow and deepen in our awareness of who we are, really, that we become less stupid and less fearful and more happy. And that's a good thing. Okay? I paraphrase this a lot. I'm sure my friends would object, but basically that's what it means. Okay. Just a little story before we sing. So, in 2010 I was in India, and I was in the ashram, which I thought was just a men's ashram. Oh, here comes the rain. And in this ashram, there were only men. And we would get up at 5 a.m. every day, and we would walk to the temple, and we would sit in darkness, and we would chant, and there was a candle in the center. It was exquisite. The only thing I was concerned about was possible cobra encounters on the way along the path at 5 a.m. So I had my flashlight ready to run, but nothing ever happened. 5 a.m. we're sitting there chanting every day. And one day, I noticed there were some women that came. And one of them approached me after the chanting and said, "Would you like to visit our ashram?" I said, "I didn't know you had an ashram." She said, "Yeah, not too many people do, but we do, and it's right across the road. Would you like to come visit?" I said, "Sure, I'd love to." And this is after like a couple of weeks I've been staying with the guys, the monks basically there in Shantivanam, which by the way is a Christian Hindu ashram, so it kind of blends the two. And so this lovely woman said, "Why don't you come visit us? We have a hut, you can stay in." And I said, "Great, I'll do that." So I checked with the lead guy there in the ashram. I said, "I'm going to go visit the ladies for a couple of weeks." And he said, "Oh no, you don't want to do that." I said, "Really? Why is that?" He said, "No, it's better you just stay here." I said, "Well, I'd really like to go visit. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to go visit." Okay. And what I discovered after staying for a while with the ladies, who were also vowed religious, the feminine monks basically, and what I discovered was this, that the men's group ate, their food was very basic. The women's food was gourmet. The men ate in silence. The women ate in laughter. We had the best conversations. I stayed a little longer with the ladies than I did with the guys. It was much more fun. So, and anyway, out of that experience came this chant we're about to sing, hoo-ha, the divine face of God. Let's sing it once. Sahajitananda day. A prayer, a song in Sanskrit to the divine face of God, which is feminine. The heart that is open, trusting, powerful, beautiful. May we move in that direction. May we see what we've not seen. May it be so.